Hi, I'm Dr. Lori Schwartz-Reichel. My career began in music education where I learned the importance of a key change, a shift, in the tonal center of a piece of music, often used to inject energy or produce significance. Eventually, I realized the impact of making key changes in all areas of my life and the desire to help others do the same. Making key changes can be difficult. I certainly don't have all the answers, but I do like to pose questions for reflection and offer actionable key changes for us to attempt in both our working and living situations. Together, we can unlock our greatest potential in collaboration with those we love, serve, and lead. Let's discover how we can grow together by making key changes. In the last 2 episodes of this podcast, we've discussed ways to find our people and to create the thing that's been on our heart, whether that's organizing an event, finishing a long-delayed project, writing a book, launching a podcast, or finally applying for that job we've been doubting ourselves about. This week is the deeper layer beneath all of that. If you're going to find your people, if you're going to build something meaningful, and if you're going to move forward boldly, you have to embrace your uniqueness. For almost 2 decades, my motto has been, embrace your uniqueness. Over time, I simplified it to embrace uniqueness. That shift matters. Embrace your uniqueness speaks to the individual. It's personal. It says there is something distinct about you that deserves to be honored. Embrace uniqueness expands the lens. It becomes communal. It recognizes that uniqueness isn't just about me. It's about the beauty each of us carries. It creates space for difference, creativity, personality, perspective, and lived experience. And that connects perfectly to the last 2 episodes of this show about community and courage. We can't truly find our people if we're hiding who we are. We can't create something meaningful if we're constantly trying to replicate someone else. And we can't move into purpose while shrinking ourselves to fit expectations. This isn't just theory for me. This is what I've worked to instill in my students for years, whether as a middle school band director, a guest conductor, an instructor in adult learning classes, the founder of the Confidence Camp and the Confidence Retreat, a facilitator of professional learning sessions, or a motivational speaker. To just be different, but to know who you are, to develop your voice, to respect others' uniqueness, and to contribute from your strengths. And now I teach my own children the same thing. Because when a child grows up believing my differences are strengths, my ideas matter, or I don't have to disappear to belong, they grow into adults who don't shrink. That's how confidence is built from identity, not approval. So what does it actually look like to embrace uniqueness? If we're going to talk about making key changes, let's make them practical and immediately actionable. Here are 5 key changes to help you and those you love, serve, or lead to embrace uniqueness at home, in the workplace, or in your community. Key change number 1, stop editing yourself before you begin. So many of us shrink before we start. We soften the idea, tone down the voice or movements, or delay the launch. Instead of asking, will this be accepted? Ask, is this aligned? Last week, we talked about creating first and refining later. This is that idea in action. Key change number 2, trade comparison for curiosity. Comparison makes us either shrink or copy. Instead of asking, why am I not like them? Ask, what can I learn while still being myself? You can be inspired without becoming a replica of someone else. Key change number 3, own your story. Your experiences, all of them, are differentiators. The way you speak, write, build, lead, or show up is shaped by what you've learned. Stop apologizing for your path. Use it. Key change number 4, let go of being universally liked. If you fully show up as yourself, not everyone will resonate. I often say, this might not be everyone's cup of tea, and that's okay. That's not rejection, that's refinement. You're not called to be for everyone. You're called to be authentic for someone. And key change number 5, choose consistency over performance. Uniqueness isn't a statement, it's a practice. Performance asks, how am I being perceived? Consistency asks, am I being true? Choose true consistently. Finding your people requires authenticity. Creating something meaningful requires courage. And sustaining both requires embracing uniqueness. Not just occasionally, not just when it's convenient, but consistently. Because the world doesn't need a second version of someone else. It needs the fully expressed version of you. And when we choose to embrace uniqueness, collectively, we create spaces where others feel safe to do the same. We can lead with both confidence and compassion. That's how key changes happen. First within us, then around us. If this episode resonated with you, please consider sharing it with someone who might need it. A student, friend, family member, or colleague. Share it at your work, or your church, or somehow in your community. In the show notes, you'll find registration links to both the Confidence Camp for Kids, happening this summer, June 2026, and the Confidence Retreat for Adults, happening a second time at the end of March, with registration closing on March 5th. A link to subscribe to the Making Key Changes weekly newsletter is also there. Our community includes people from many areas of life, and both the podcast and newsletter are about making key changes in our lives alongside those we love, serve, and lead. If you're planning an event, workshop, or learning session and want to guide your people toward confident, compassionate leadership, I'd love to partner with you. How are we making key changes to embrace uniqueness? Thanks for listening. If you haven't done so yet, please consider rating and reviewing the Making Key Changes podcast on the Apple Podcast app. If you found this episode helpful, please consider sharing it with others and joining me again next week. In my coming episodes, I'll discuss topics that are most passionate to me, along with things I've been researching or areas of my life I have changed or want to change. You can learn more about me on my website, makingkeychanges.com. Feel free to message me through there or reach out on social media. I'd love to hear from you and learn about what key changes you hope to make.